Come in. Hello there.
Hello there.
You are a bored one. My name is Dr. Fred, and you're here for your cranial nerve examination. Excellent. Well, have you ever had a cranial nerve examination before?
No.
Well, there's nothing to worry about. It is a very simple process where I go through various parts of your body just to check things and make you do some different movements for me and do some different things. If I was touching your head, or if I was moving your hand around and getting you to move it and then touch your nose or something. Simple movements and simple things like that for me to examine, check your muscles and make sure everything is working as it should be and looking how it should be as well. Throughout the process I shall be recording everything which you do, but don't worry about it. There's no right or wrong way to do this. I'm just following and seeing how you move to certain commands and different things which I instruct you to do as well. So does that sound okay to you?
Yeah.
All sounds fine. So it's very simple. You just get yourself nice and relaxed with me, and I will talk you through it as we go through. Okay, so if you can just go ahead and sit comfortably there for me. That's great. Are you nice and comfortable there? So we shall continue with the cranial nerve now that you're nice and comfortable and you understand what the process is and what we're going to be doing. Cranial nerve exams are important to get checked now and again, and it's great that you're here to get that done and get it all seen to. So what I'd like you to do, just like I said, relax, and we can get through this process and get you all updated. Right. So what we begin with, what I'd like you to do for me is to either stare at me or behind, off into the distance, but don't look at my fingers. I'm going to in turn wiggle one finger or another finger. So my right finger or my left finger, opposite for you. If you just point to me, whichever one you see wiggle without looking at the fingers. Do you think you could do that for me? I know that you can. Okay. 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 Excellent. Keep staring off into the distance. Don't look at my fingers. Excellent. Well done. That's correct. Excellent. I'm just checking, making sure peripheral vision and your eyes are working accordingly, and everything indicates there that it is, so that's great so far. So what I'd like you to do for me is, whilst I come in just a little bit closer, just follow my finger as it moves across and up and down. Do you think you can do that for me? Great. So just follow it. It's great. Keep following it for me. Keep following it wherever it goes. Wherever it goes, keep following it. Keep following it. That's great. You're doing great. Keep following the finger. Excellent. And same again with my other finger. Keep following the finger. Okay. Keep following it. Great. Come in a little bit closer. Keep following the finger. Excellent. And the same again, just keep following it as it goes out and in and in and out. Just making sure that your eyes are focusing and adjusting and Indeed they are, so that's great. So what I'd like you to do for me just before I come in to check your eyes, if you could just lift your head up for me. That's great, and back down to your right. Okay, that's fine. That's great. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to come in and check your eyes here. So we've been examining, making sure everything's focused in there, and everything's moving, and nerves around your eye are performing properly. Just checking that your pupils just may feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it'll be over in a jiff. Just that's all I can find there. And if you can just blink for me, just blink, a couple of long blinks. Great. Other side. Perfect. Now, here comes the tricky part. So what I'd like you to do, I'm going to be placing my hands to you. If you just do some movements for me before we just delve into this with a little bit more detail, but quick ones. If you could just frown for me, please. Okay, that's great. Now if you could smile, big smile. That's great. Now if you can just clench your teeth for me. That's great. Now if you can just scrunch up all your face. That's it, scrunch it all up. Yeah, that's fine now. Now if you can put your eyebrows down like someone's being rude to you. And if you can just lift them up as if you're almost surprised. Great. So I'm just going to gently tap. Okay, and same again. That's great. Just to write that down. So, if I can get you to stand there for me just for a moment. So, are you comfortable?
Yes.
Great. So what we're going to do right now, we're just going to take a look at your reflexes and your arm movement as well. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of pressure, and if you can just resist for me throughout, that would be great. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Excellent. So if you can just put both your hands up like that for me, clench your fists as much as you can. Okay, so I'm going to do it on both sides. So what I'd like you to do is just resist, push out, keep resisting. That's great. Same again on the other side. Resist, resist, keep pushing out. That's great. We'll do it one more time. Resist, resist, resist. Well done. Again. Excellent. So, and this time I'm going to push it in. Does that sound okay? So, great. And excellent. Just again. Okay. Perfect. You pop your arms down now. So that's fine. Everything seems in order there. Just jot it down. Right, so what I'm going to do now is just, if you just look there for me, I'm just going to tap around parts of your face, and then we'll sit you back down and we can continue with other parts of the examination. So if you just focus your attention just sort of in that direction, I'm going to work around you and just keep tapping around and move you around a little bit. Is that okay? Okay. great. Mind if I just bring you over here? Okay. You can just open your mouth for me now. Thank you. That's great, everything seems fine there. Bring you back around again. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just going to close your eyelids for me, and then if you could just resist when I put my thumbs on. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay, just open them up. There we go, and close them again. Just open them up. That's great. Okay. Just to check in the pressure there. And the same can with your eyebrows. If you could just lift them up for me, and keep resisting as I push them down. That's great. And we're going to do the same with your eyebrows. If you can just frown for me as much as you can, resist me pushing them up. That's great. Excellent. So just okay. So what I'd like you to do for me, if you can just swallow. That's great. And just check in round in your neck, and if you can swallow for me again. And again. Sorry, I have to keep asking you a few too many times, but if you could do it for me once again. Great. If you could just come here and once again. One more time. Perfect. That's great. Well, everything there was alright, so I'll just jot that down. If you can just make yourself comfortable there again. Thank you. Perfect. So if you can just place your hands out into my hands there. So what I'd like you to do is just tap your hands like that. In either hand, if you can just mimic what I'm doing. And then this time what I'd like you to do is just alternate between both your hands. For me, start with your left hand. That's great. With your right hand. Alternate. That's great. Now if you put your hand out like that, tap the top of your hand. Same again. Keep them out for me. Keep them out for me. Great. You can put your hands back now. So what I would like you to do for me is get your hands like this. And if you can just tap on your knuckle there, on your bone, and the same again. And the same go. Try and do it a little bit quicker for me. Both at the same time, as fast as you can, keep doing it as fast as you can. Perfect. Well done. So this is core metal. So what I'd like you to do, just tell me if both sides of your face, as I apply it to your face, that both sides are the same temperature, if you could do that for me. So your right side there, okay, with your left side, about the same. Great. Your forehead, there, your forehead, there, about the same. Great. Now part your cheek, there, about the same. Great. On your neck, there, about the same. Great. Just there, about the same. Great. So what I'd like you to do for me now is close your eyes, and I'm going to make sounds either side of your ears. So if you could let me know which side you're hearing the sound. Okay. If you close your eyes for me. Right side. Well done. That's great. So if you can close your eyes for me. Left side. Excellent. And if you close your eyes again for me. Right side. Okay. And close your eyes. Right side. Keep them closed for me. Left side. And what I'm going to do is just whisper in each side of your ear. Let me know when you hear me. I'll do it in as slow as I can. So you just let me know. So close your eyes again. Tell me which side. Hello there. Right there. Good. Same again. Hello there. In the right ear. Well done. Close your eyes. Hello there. Good. And again. Hello there. Right. One more time. Hello there. That's great. So I'm going to do the same sort of thing again, but with this tuning fork. I'm going to create a vibration, and then I'm just going to place it on the side of your face. If you could tell me when you stop feeling that. So do you feel that? Do you know what that is? Vibration? Great. So if you can tell me when that vibration stops. Okay. Don't look. You don't need to look. Stopped? Okay. Stopped. Okay. Stopped. Okay. Stopped. Excellent. That's great. We'll just pop that down there. So what I'm going to do now, I've got more to scope here. I'm just going to take a little examination in your ears and make sure that everything looks as it should. Everything does. It looks healthy around there. So I'll just tap it a little bit. Do you feel that? How about that? Excellent. That seems perfectly fine. And you're right here. Okay. Just around your earlobe, but looking inside as well in the canal. close here, but just making sure that everything around there as it should be. Just tap it in again. You feel that there. And about there. Okay. Good. All that, excellent. You've done a fantastic job, and everything seems to be where it should be and working correctly, so there's no reason to be concerned about everything. Like I said, it's quite a relaxing process, one that you just sort of go through the steps and stages, and allows me, the doctor, Dr. Fred, to indeed take a look at your cranial nerves and examine your nerves in your head, face, muscles, and everywhere. So you've done a great job. So if you'd like to just get yourself up there, just move back. Excellent. If you can just sit yourself back up for me. So how was that for you?
It was great, thank you.
Good. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed your cranial nerve examination. There were a couple of things which you were just a little bit delayed for, but of course that's not really cause for concern. You did everything perfectly. Everything with your face. When we're tapping on the side there, just checking out for different things, looking at the muscles and how you're able to smile and how it all works. It all seemed fine, and everything with your reactions and muscle movements in your head and your arms and blood pressure, everything was fine and great. So are you happy with your examination today?
Yes, I am, thank you.
Good. Well, thank you very much for coming in. It's always a pleasure to perform a cranial nerve examination and make sure that everything is working great and fine for you. So thank you once again, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Cheerio.